So Kripa, as you think back at your life, obviously you've gone through transitions and so on, and now you're maybe in a different phase, you're starting to think a little bit more about certain things. Um, who would you say were most influential people who shaped your thinking, especially your thinking now? And could be people, it could be books, it could be, anything. What were the most noteworthy influences in your life?
So I think the influence for me, and people may not like this answer very much, but one of the primary influences, or not primary, but a very big influence for me to get into running, or to inspire me to get into running, though he himself is not a runner, is Lance Armstrong. Okay, and I know people talk about the doping and this, that, and the other and stuff, and it's so easy to pull somebody down and say, oh, he doped and that's why he came first. Did anybody think about what it takes to get to third place? And it's not like, today if I have to start taking drugs and suddenly I will become as good as Lance Armstrong. You need to work your backside off. Okay, there's no taking away from that. And that man battled so many things. Here we say, oh, I have a pain in my knee, I have a pain in my back, I can't do this, I can't do that. That man battled cancer. And he came out and he showed the world that, you don't have to die from cancer, you can beat it.
Yep.
And, you don't have to be a sufferer all the time. Who is that? I think it was an old Japanese saying or something, and it says, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So this man really lived it and showed that, you can overcome anything you want to. So in a very large measure, this man was always there in my head, which is Live Strong, those bracelets that were doing the rounds. And my son, first I saw him wearing it.
And I would say probably a lot of other people have been influenced very positively by him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if I meet that man, I'm going to shake his hand and, give him a hug and tell him that he's in my heart and, more power to him. And, we are all human. We all do what we do. I'm not going to say that doping is right. But I don't even understand what that doping is, what is the measure of the drugs, how much of his performance it enhanced or what it did. I'm not in that space, I don't know. But I'll say this, he inspired me to get off my backside and start running. So that was one. And when I conceptualized this campaign, I didn't even realize what I was planning, It was an idea that came to my head. And when I started training for it, and then when I actually started doing it, this again may seem a little predictable, but it was Mahatma Gandhi that, sort of many times keeps me going. Simply because I felt that, look at what he achieved just by saying, I will not give up. He had faith in what he was doing. He knew what he was doing was right. And inside of me, I also know what I am doing is right. So it is difficult. Many times it's tough. It's difficult. There are so many problems that one may face, doing something like this at this scale. Finance is one issue. I don't have money. I keep asking my family and friends to give me money. I have to leave my family every now and then and go off. And my family may or may not be very happy about it. And I have to get up at 3 o'clock and start training. When everybody wants to party till 12 o'clock in the night, I'm covering up at 9 o'clock and going off to sleep because I need to get up at 2 so I can hit the street at 3 and start running. So there are ups and downs and tough things, but Mahatma Gandhi sort of tells me that stick with it. And then of course there's my parents. My parents who, my mother who's, runs through me. I can see the joy on her face, So every time I return from a run, I first go home to meet my mom. I spend the morning and afternoon with her and, we have lunch together and it's a sort of unwinding for me and I sort of, debrief, I tell her and she listens with so much joy. I say, oh, I wish I could be there with you. I'm so proud of you. Just go. My father who will support me in every possible way, even if it means my taking away from the commitments that I make to him. He's, you are going away for a noble cause, you please stay focused, I need you to do this, I need you to do it well, why don't you do this? He's always advising me, guiding me. In a lot of ways, my children, because now I've gotten used to seeing a look of pride on their faces when they look at me, and I don't want to lose that for anything. It's very important to me. And it makes my day, my year, my month, whatever you say, when they say, Ma, I'm proud of you. So, I don't know how many mothers get the chance to hear their children say that to them. At least I never heard it before this. So, I don't want to give this up for anything. And my husband, I learned from him to be tough, to be, to stick with it, because I don't, he's also now invested into it in a measure, you know. It's been now 3 years since I've been training and planning and, you know, doing this. He's also invested of himself willy-nilly, you know, having to give up time together with the family, this, that. And I don't want to, again, let him down or let him think that, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm just doing something for a little while and then, you know. So these are the things that keep me going. And of course my commitment to myself, you know, these are the things that influence me, that keep me going, that keep me strong, and, you know, make me want to just keep going on and on.